Hi everyone, it's Donny Gunadi again from datacenterHawk. Now, in this opportunity, we're in this great place in Bali. I'm with Hamid Maani from BW Digital. How are you, Hamid?
I'm very well.
Yeah.
It's great
How
to
have
be
you
here.
enjoyed? How have you enjoyed Bali so far?
Bali is a great place to be in, right?
Yeah, but it's been a busy 2 days,
It's been a
right?
very busy last couple of days, but perfect place, perfect location,
Perfect place
weather.
to, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you
Very
for
glad to be
taking the
here.
time to talk to us today.
Pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. So I wanted to share with you that I think back in March, I went to visit your site in Nongsa. So in this opportunity, if you don't mind sharing with us, what are the philosophies, behind this? I think you call your site NDP1, right?
That's right.
Which stands for Nongsa Digital Park 1.
Absolutely.
Right, excellent. And I drove past the place. There were a lot of actions happening, a lot of piling happening.
Indeed.
Can you tell me a bit about the philosophy, the background of the site and
Sure.
the plans? Yeah.
So we in BW Digital are across digital infrastructure development projects. For us, building data centers and also enabling key infrastructure assets surrounding them is of paramount importance.
Yeah.
Being a Singaporean company owned by BW Group, our first and foremost target is to be in the Singaporean market, and we're across multiple conversations to be there. So this way or another, we're going to be in Singapore, but because of Singapore's scarcity of resources, that may take a while. In the meanwhile, we decided to start building in the neighboring markets. As I'm sure you and your viewers are familiar, this is more being referred to as Singapore Plus or Sijori ecosystem.
Yeah.
Singapore,
To catch the spillover, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
Johor Bahru.
Yeah.
So the reason we picked Batam was that Batam comes with a lot of interesting features and benefits, including of Nongsa Digital Park in Batam being a special economic zone.
Yes.
It's in proximity to Singapore, less than a millisecond of latency. It's 45 minutes ferry ride away from Singapore. It's got the abundant amount of resources, including land, electricity, and water. It's got a great talent pool to be trained for operational purposes in future. But then we identified a few gap areas that we thought, as a network operator and someone with the operational DNA, could really address them and provide the key added benefit to the market and to customers. So now we are not only building a data center, but we're building all those bits and pieces that I will elaborate a bit more. Just that in a combination, it brings a great value for our customers. As an added bonus, the entire Batam ecosystem will benefit from what we are doing in the near future.
Yeah. I think one unique thing that I've learned about your organization is that you've actually thought about it from end to end, from A to Z. What I mean by that is that we often talk about a data center, great, certified, expandable, but then lacking connectivity. So can you elaborate a bit more? Because I've learned that I think you've also got some collaboration with the park management.
That's
Can
right.
I call it park management? Yeah.
Well, it's Citramus Group, yes.
Yes,
who
the
are
Citramus Group.
The developers of the
Yeah,
park.
can you
and the
elaborate
owners.
more about that?
Sure, that's a very good question. So in our company, we have got two different business units.
Yeah.
One of them is focused on building data centers. The other one is focused on building connectivity services. But in saying so, we are part of a group who have got a strong presence in energy and the renewable aspects of the energy supply,
see. Okay.
battery storage systems. And as we have all observed, data centers sit at the intersection of energy, connectivity, real estate, renewability, and sustainability, and so on and so forth. So we believe that this is really one of those interesting convergences which is happening in our industry. So for us, as I just referred to, we identified Batam as a great location, but we thought there is some room for improvement in a few areas. One of them is international connectivity to nearby locations, namely Singapore. Because of that, we're building a new submarine cable system, which is also in construction in concurrence with the current project, to connect Batam to Singapore. That's a scalable system for up to 24 fiber pairs that we are planning to build, along with other builds that are happening. Then inside our DC, we are also hosting the cable landing station, which is going to enable us to land our own cable and also allow other systems to benefit from it in the future.
I see, okay.
And then the part that you referred to, which is also a very critical piece of this great ecosystem, is the connectivity on the park and what we can provide to connect our facility on the park to our fellow neighbors and also to connect to international services that are going to be available in the park, and later on to go outside the park to other hotspots in Batam, including Kabil, including Tanjung Bemban.
Tanjung Bemban, yeah, the
Exactly.
other. So your
and
cable
Batam
and
Central.
yeah, sorry, I beg your pardon?
And Batam Central.
Batam Central, okay.
Right.
So I take it that your cable landing station is not exactly at Tanjung Bemban, right? Because that's
No. We are in Nongsa Digital Park.
So there is a CLS there.
It's exactly located inside the same DC
I
facility
see,
that we're
okay.
building.
And from there, it takes you to Singapore.
It takes us directly to Singapore, to Changi 1A, which is where we are also building a landing slot
Okay.
with 4 pre-laid shore ends, PLSEs, which again enable us to land our own cables and also provide it as a service to the market.
Would you consider that as a strong differentiator for your portfolio?
It is definitely a differentiator. I would like to draw your attention to the Singaporean government view that they would like to double the number of submarine cables landing around Singapore in the next decade or so.
Okay.
And the amount of landing resources are quite scarce around Singapore.
Yeah.
You have landing slots in Changi 1A and some in Tuas.
Yeah.
In Changi 1A, we have been allocated one of the landing slots. I think it's a very good testament to the Singaporean government that we are building to the strategy and the vision of the government.
Yeah, so you've sort of gotten the blessing of the Singapore government.
100%,
Yeah,
and we are
yeah.
very thankful and humble for that.
Yeah.
And we believe we can bring a lot of value to that ecosystem.
Let's talk a bit about your go-to-market strategy, right? I mean, I have been in the data center space myself. I'm a telco guy, by the way, and I've been in the data center space the past, I don't know, maybe 10 years, and I've seen such a huge move, from what it was 10 years ago to now. Like we used to joke about saying that, if whenever there's an empty land, people just start building data centers,
Indeed.
right? But obviously, there will be competition, right? So what would be your go-to-market strategy? Are you addressing wholesale market, enterprise market, or both? Or what is your specific go-to-market strategy?
Again, this is another great question. I think you're right. We come from the era of hyperscale / HDCs being developed next to the population pockets and in the prime hubs of our region in Asia Pac, being Singapore, Hong Kong, Sydney, and Tokyo. Now we see the emergence of the AI workloads, which are less sensitive to latency, and they can be, especially the training models,
Yes.
literally they can be hosted anywhere.
Anyway, yes.
As long as you have got the infrastructure facilities as well as the energy supply and
Yeah.
connectivity, then they are good enough to host this. So this was one of the main drivers of the tier 2 locations, such as Johor Bahru and Batam, and Philippines and Thailand and other locations to come to the picture. So for us, we have a very, very interesting design I can share with the viewers in a way that we decided to build this facility early last year. At the time, liquid cooling was in the market, but it wasn't really the mainstream in our region. So we take a rather bold decision to go and design our facility from day one with liquid cooling, which obviously takes a lot more investment and a little bit of a more risk. But then at GTC 2024, we heard from NVIDIA about their emerging technologies coming, and this last year again, the GB200 now is in full swing, and it requires anywhere from 150 to 200 kilowatts per rack.
Per rack, yes.
Which
yes.
is what we can support in our facility.
Okay.
But on top of that, we know it's very challenging for our customers to have a solid design and certainty around it. So what we can do is basically to provide that flexibility to them. We have a combination and a mix of air cooling and liquid cooling, which can be adjusted from one data hall to the other data hall as they grow and as the technology evolves.
Okay. So when you say flexibility, are you suggesting that within the facility you have some parts that are allocated for air and for air cooling and.
No, everywhere we can have a mix of both.
I see.
But basically, we are taking that burden away from our customers to say, we want to have this type of rack density and it's going to be there for the last 5 years, because no one is able to guarantee that.
Yes.
So we say, some customers want to start at 30, 40 kilowatts, but they want to have the certainty and the option to grow the rack density to 120, 150, 200 kilowatts. We provide that without any retrofit, because natively the DC is being designed and built with liquid cooling. And it can support the liquid cooling and air cooling in a flexible way.
I'd like to expand the question. This is my second last question. And you mentioned that it's BW Group, right, that runs this entire pillars of businesses. You have connectivity, you have data center, you have energy as well, right? I think the fact that you're operating in Batam, which is a zone where it's special economic zone, right? Was there any particular mission to create talents from the market?
100%.
Yeah.
That's great importance to us.
Yeah.
So we are working closely with the developers of the park, Citramus Group.
Yeah.
They do host other digital ventures on the park, including Infinite Studios,
Yes.
which is I always call it the Indonesian Hollywood. It's very cool facility for producing the content,
movie,
digital content.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They have done a great work for different SVOD platforms such as Netflix and so on and so forth. On top of that, they have got the Apple Academy, which is quite unique in this region. They have got a lot of partnerships with RMIT, with IBM, with Red Hat. So we strongly believe Indonesia is very resourceful in terms of the young talents who are very eager to learn and grow into these emerging technologies such as AI. And then we are there to basically enable them. So our model is not really to support Batam remotely necessarily. We want to have those capabilities on the ground.
Okay.
And that is what our customers want to see, that we do things that our customers are asking for. Because we see, for example, in Johor, people rely on the support primarily from Singapore, which is, again, an interesting model, but we believe it's a lot more cost efficient and also scalable if we train the local resources, and also it contributes to the local community and economy.
Definitely, I think it's a good mission for the local community as well. And then I think from an operations point of view, it's also a lot more practical, right? When you have people on the ground, especially we're not talking about, this is like a mission, most likely it's mission critical applications, right?
So you want to have 24/7 capabilities on the ground. And the SLAs are quite demanding. So hence the talents required and the skills are quite important.
Skills, experience as well, right?
Yes.
Hamid, my last question to you is, when I last visited the site, which was like maybe 2-3 months ago, I was still seeing all the piling happening. So maybe for the viewers' benefit, tell me your timeline. How many megawatts are going to be ready by when? Something that you can share with us? Sure.
The campus that we are planning to develop in Batam on Nongsa Digital Park eventually will host 120 megawatts of
120
IT load.
megawatts, okay.
The first module of it, which is under construction, the one that we have observed on site, will cater for 23 megawatts of IT load.
Okay, 23.
And that comes in 6 data halls, and each data hall can provide about 3.8 megawatts of data. So that level of granularity gives us also the flexibility to have a mix and match of different design principles in every data hall when it comes to the fit out and the cooling techniques. You said you were there 3 months ago. It's a fascinating pace of development in Batam. If you go now, in that short amount of time, it's unbelievable, the amount of progress.
Substantial progress,
Substantial progress.
Right.
For us, as I learned from our project team, we have around 400 people working on site for more than one shift. And the pace of change and development is very fast. So for us, the target ready for service date is Q1 next year, which is also concurrent with the target RFS date for the submarine cable that we are building to Singapore, so that they both come to the market and we can benefit from both.
I see. So 23, is that the entire 23 megawatts by quarter one or quarter one of 2026, right?
Quarter one of 2026.
Yes. And at the same time, you have the cable that goes from Batam to...
cable.
to Singapore.
Correct.
Yeah. Now that's excellent. Very glad that you've actually been able to have the opportunity to explain.
It was a pleasure to be in your.
And I look
talk,
forward
actually.
to visiting the site again.
Sure.
Maybe when you do the opening, I don't know if this is going to be an opening ceremony or.
100%.
Yeah.
We're going to host a few functions.
Yeah. Make sure you invite us.
We would definitely. Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you there. At this stage, I can share with your viewers that we're going to have a kind of a soft launch in September. So
okay.
it's more to bring the industry folks together and talk about the trends and also have a little bit of fun, a canopy and drinks.
Let us know. Well, let us know. We'll be happy to.
Stay tuned on that, so we'll keep you posted.
Wonderful. And then thank
so
you
much.
again for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, I look forward to attending the event. Thank you.
Likewise. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Bye for now.
All right.